Peace, everyone. Welcome back to the Better Living Interest channel, where we break down real estate, credit, wealth building, and legacy, one brick at a time. I'm your host, Paul Perez, and today we're diving into the numbers behind new construction, commercial property, deal analysis, the kind that turns vacant lots into cash flowing assets. If you're a first time real estate developer, investor, or just curious into real estate, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell because this is the kind of game you want in your playbook. Why new construction? Let's be real, renovations are great, but sometimes building from the ground up gives you the cleanest slate, strongest returns, and the greatest control over your commercial investment. You got to get designs for demand. You can build in energy efficiency, lower operating costs, and you tap into tax credits and city incentives, especially in opportunity zones. Qualified census tracts for green buildings, but before you pour concrete, we got to pour over the numbers. Step by step deal analysis framework. So, the first thing you're going to need to do is understand what the acquisition costs are. So that's the land purchase price, your legal and due diligence. That could equate to title, your environmental, surveys, etc. So those are your holding costs during pre-construction. Let's say you're buying a lot for $150,000 a growing corridor. Add $10,000 for legal, $5,000 for survey, $3,000 a month in holding for 6 months. That's $183,000 just to get started. The second step for you that you need to follow is the construction budget. That's your hard costs. That's your materials, labor, general contracting fees, your soft costs, which is your architects, your engineers, and your permits. And then you're going to have a contingency. So typically, contingency is about 10 to 15%. Financing costs also includes interest, reserve, and origination fees. So if you're building a property that's 5,000 square feet, retail plaza at 200 square feet, that's $1 million in hard costs. Add 150,000 soft costs, then 100,000 in contingency, and maybe 60,000 in interest reserves. You're now around $1.3 million in total build. Step 3, total development costs. Sum up acquisition plus construction plus soft costs plus contingency fee plus financing fee. This is all in cost. Step 4, pro forma NOI or net operating income. You need to estimate the rental income, deduct the vacancy, depending on where you live, where you're building, there's different vacancy rates. You're going to need to deduct the operating costs. The operating cost equates to the property management fee, your insurance costs, your property taxes, and your property maintenance, thus resulting in your NOI, which is your net operating income. So let's say you lease all 5,000 square feet at $25 square feet per year. That's $125,000 in gross income. Subtract 5% vacancy, that equates to $118,750. Your OPEX equates to $35,000. Your NOI equates to $83,750. Step 5, exit strategy and cap rate valuation. You need to divide the NOI by market cap rate to get projected value. Compared to all-in cost equates to the profit potential. For example, if similar buildings are traded at a 6.5% cap, you divide 83,750 by 0.065. That equates to 1.29 million valuation. If your all-in cost is 1.1 million, you're up nearly $200,000 in equity plus future cash flow. Step 6, financing scenarios. Your bank loan versus a SBA 504 versus a HUD 221D4 versus private debt. equity partners, or syndication. Understand the LTC, your loan to cost, and your DSCR requirements, your debt service coverage ratio requirements. Most banks might give you 70 to 75% LTC. So for that $1.3 million project, you'll need $325,000, $390,000 in equity. That's where grants, equity partners, or your own capital come in. So your section 3 is going to be your risk factors and pro tips. Market saturation or tenant risk, construction delays and material cost spikes, not planning for lease up time, underestimating permitting timelines. Your pro tip number 1 is always over budget for time and cost. Delays. Pro tip number 2, have 2 to 3 exit strategies. Hold, refinance, or sell. Pro tip 3 is you're going to build relationships with the city, planning/zoning boards. They can be gatekeepers or game changers. So you want to make sure you have good relationships with them on your team. So the call to action for you guys is, if you're thinking about getting into the new construction game, remember, it's not just about what you build, it's about what you build into the numbers. Want my free deal analysis template or need help running your next project? Drop a comment or email me. And don't forget, on this channel, we don't just build properties, we build wealth, community, and knowledge. Smash that like button, share this with your real estate squad, and subscribe for more Better Living Interest content every week. Until next time, stay sharp, stay focused, and keep building better.